Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think will win in a fight between Colossus and Wolverine? Colossus is a Russian who possesses the ability to transform his entire body into organic metal, organic steel, which enhances his physical strength to superhuman levels, while being almost immune to normal physical damage. He is a living tank, able to easily lift tens of tons of objects and withstand attacks from the strongest like Juggernaut or Hulk. Wolverine, or Logan, is the model of an indomitable warrior, possessing super fast recovery ability, super sensitive senses, and a skeleton and claws covered with adamantium metal that is almost indestructible. Although much smaller in stature than Colossus, Wolverine has a brutal, precise close combat style and can take advantage of any openings of his opponent. Before we dive into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Colossus, real name Pyotr Peter Nikolaevich Rasputin, is a mutant, possesses a special ability that allows the entire organic cell structure in his body to be transformed into a form of metal called organic osmium steel, an entity that exists from a different dimension than matter. Colossus's body not only completely changes in terms of physical structure, but also achieves an outstanding level of enhancement in both strength and endurance. Colossus has an incredible level of physical resilience, making him almost immune to normal injuries. In addition, Colossus's muscular strength is also enhanced to a superhuman level, allowing him to lift objects weighing 70 to 75 tons, a formidable level of strength, even among superheroes with superior physical abilities. Even as a teenager, Colossus's strength reached a level that only a few entities possessed. Colossus is often compared to characters such as Doc Samson, a scientist with enormous strength due to gamma radiation, the Thing, a key member of the Fantastic Four with a super durable stone body, She-Hulk, a heroine with strength comparable to the Hulk but with better control, and Thundra, a warrior from the future with superior strength and fighting skills. Colossus is also noted for his excellent hand-to-hand combat ability, honed over many years in the ranks of the X-Men. Colossus is one of the most powerful mutants, and is expected to reach a physical strength level of Class 100. This is a very high rank on the power scale, including entities such as the Thing, the Abomination, a calm Hulk, and Thor, when not using enhancements such as a magical belt or gauntlet. In his metallic form, Colossus not only increases his strength, but also possesses an impressive level of damage that can cause pain even to the Hulk, one of the most resilient beings. However, that blow only makes the Hulk angrier, which in turn increases his strength exponentially. Through many battles, Colossus's physical state has also continuously evolved. After the Mutant Massacre, one of the darkest times for the mutant community, Magneto intervened and restructured Colossus's cells to save his life after a serious injury. Thanks to that, his strength and resilience improved significantly compared to when he first joined the X-Men. Colossus no longer depends on basic needs, such as food, water, or even oxygen to survive in his metallic state. Colossus's durability is considered to be superior, being able to withstand impacts from powerful explosions, high-caliber bullets, falls from heights of hundreds of meters, extremely strong electric currents, and even some forms of magical attacks, for a remarkable period of time. Colossus became an entity chosen to be an agent of Cyttorak, a powerful entity from another dimension. Cyttorak is not only one of the ancient and nearly immortal beings, but also a member of a group of cosmic entities known as the Octessence. This group consists of 8 entities with unparalleled metaphysical powers, far beyond the capabilities of most other entities in the multiverse, except for their mystical rivals and power balancers. The Vishanti Alliance, Colossus received this power. The most prominent agent of Cyttorak is Cain Marko, the half-brother of Professor Charles Xavier. Marko, when he was still a normal human, discovered the Crimson Orb of Cyttorak in an ancient temple, hidden deep in the jungles of Vietnam. Upon touching the orb and reading the inscription on it, he was instantly infused with the mystical power of the Crimson Band of Cytorak, transforming into the infamous destructive entity known as the Juggernaut. With his new power allowing Marco to become invincible in physical combat, the Juggernaut became a constant threat to the X-Men. However, the turning point came when Colossus received the same power that transformed Marco into the Juggernaut. Thanks to his already superhuman physical foundation, Colossus became an even more powerful entity than Kane Marco when infused with the power of Cytorak. In his new form, Colossus has demonstrated overwhelming combat abilities, able to confront other powerful entities. A prime example is when he directly fought the Red Hulk, an entity with both the strength of the Hulk and the military strategy of a battle-hardened general. Furthermore, Colossus played a key role in the Fear Itself storyline, where he confronted entities known as the Worthy, warriors equipped with godlike powers from an ancient Asgardian entity. The absorption of Cytorak's power has made Colossus one of the most dangerous and well-rounded entities in the X-Men roster, not only in terms of physical strength, but also in terms of strategic role in global confrontations. Colossus has become one of the entities optimized to absorb and coordinate the power flow from that dimension more effectively than anyone who has ever carried the title of Cytorak's representative. When Colossus was possessed by the Phoenix Force, a dangerous and chaotic turning point in the history of mutant kind, many expected Cytorak to immediately withdraw the power he had given Colossus. However, Cytorak refused to withdraw the power, showing the respect and appreciation this entity had for Colossus. In his Cytorak-enhanced state, Colossus reached a level that only a few entities could match. Entities that could be compared to Colossus in this state are rare, including near-cosmic entities such as Thor with his Asgardian godlike energy, Gladiator whose power was proportional to his belief in himself, or Green Hulk and Red Hulk in their ultimate states. Additionally, several cosmic entities such as the Sentry, a being that embodies both light and darkness, the Allfather Odin, the supreme leader of Asgard, or the Heralds of Galactus, heralds that wield the power of a planet-destroying entity, are also ranked on the same level as Colossus in terms of maximum power. Now that Colossus has been freed from Cytorak's service, he may still be one of the physically strongest mutants in the Marvel Universe, ranked as a level 100 entity capable of using near limitless physical strength. He would not possess the limitless energy he had under Cytorak, but few Earth-based superhumans could survive a conflict against him despite being disconnected from Cytorak's works. Subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot, and you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much. Wolverine is a being with physical strength. He is classified as a metahuman, and in some cases can approach the level of low-level Superman entities. His physical condition is the result of genetic mutations, but also enhanced by the physical enhancement process through the Weapon X program. In some demonstrations of his strength, Wolverine has demonstrated his extraordinary ability to hang in the air with only one hand holding onto an elevator shaft without showing any signs of exhaustion. He has even thrown a shark like it was a rag doll. Wolverine easily lifted 6 grown men and threw them as if they were just light cakes. Even when thrown back by Colossus, a metallic entity with overwhelming strength, he was able to stand up and continue fighting without serious injury. This, combined with his renowned healing factor, makes Wolverine virtually invincible in close combat. Wolverine has injured many formidable entities, including Sabretooth, a Vanguard warrior, Spider-Man, and Lady Deathstrike. His claws are made of a nearly indestructible adamantium coating that is capable of cutting through most solid materials, with the exception of rare substances such as true adamantium and vibranium. These claws can easily pierce Sabretooth's hand or cut through physical barriers with little force. However, when confronted with Reed Richards, who has a super stretchy body, Wolverine was unable to cut through the opponent's special elastic structure. Wolverine is an all-round combatant, combining superior physical strength, durability, healing, and bionics. These abilities make him one of the most dangerous fighters in close combat. Wolverine's claws are one of the most dangerous and powerful weapons Wolverine has ever used, piercing the body of Namor, a being with incredible strength and durability underwater, forcing Namor to retreat from battle for a moment due to serious injuries. Wolverine has stated that he always suffers pain every time he pulls his claws out of his body. This is because the claws have no natural openings and must penetrate flesh tissue every time they are used, leaving Wolverine in a constant state of pain. However, he still uses them skillfully and does not hesitate in combat. Wolverine can easily cut through muscle tissue, internal organs, and hard bones effectively. He once pierced the super durable stone skin of the Thing, a member of the Fantastic Four, who is known for his body being as hard as rock. His claws were even able to cut through the super hard osmium armor of Colossus, an entity that can turn its entire body into living metal. Wolverine also stabbed Gladiator, a powerful entity with cosmic power, causing him to scream in pain. In another battle, he cut through the mythical chains that could bind Hercules, demonstrating his ability to penetrate beyond limits. His adamantium claws also cut through the dense armor of Sentinel mutant hunting machines designed to resist all types of damage. Notably, Wolverine once stabbed through the body of a Hulk-like entity with his claws. In an extremely tense situation, he stabbed Hulk straight in the head, causing a concussion so severe that Hulk was knocked unconscious. Made of the nearly invulnerable metal adamantium, he stabbed Ragnarok, an artificially created clone of the Asgardian god of war, straight through the chest, demonstrating the absolute penetrating power of his claws even against entities of divine or high-tech nature. Wolverine nearly defeated Iron Man in a fight with just a single slash, causing severe damage to Tony Stark's modern and advanced armor. He used his claws to tear through the combat armor of a Mandroid unit, armor designed to resist superpowers, including energy attacks from entities such as Cyclops. Wolverine once defeated a quarter of the Shi'ar Empire's Sentinel Force, a powerful galactic empire, with his claws alone. The fighting skill and sharpness of the adamantium claws surpassed the threshold of damage, which is why Wolverine was able to pierce the nearly indestructible skin of Thanos, one of the most powerful and durable entities in the entire universe. He also caused Thanos to bleed, something very few opponents have been able to do. In a surprise ambush, Wolverine threw Black Panther, a warrior with top reflexes, strength, and fighting intelligence, through several obstacles without much difficulty. Despite being attacked by Daredevil, a martial arts expert with superhuman senses, Wolverine was able to quickly hold him down and neutralize him with ease. Wolverine restrained the physical strength of the superior Spider-Man, a physically enhanced version of Spider-Man. Wolverine has also been shown to be able to snap a dinosaur's neck with his bare hands, lift a giant pillar to use as a weapon, and punch Rogue, an energy-absorbing entity, through a thick wall. In another confrontation, he threw a man away, despite the man being resistant to a terrible storm created by Storm. Wolverine is also amazing. He has survived a barrage of attacks from the X-Men and continued to fight. In a clash with Sasquatch, a being with the strength of the Hulk, Wolverine was torn apart, but survived thanks to his super-fast healing ability. Not only that, he also withstood a terrible kick from Gorgon, so strong that his body flew straight from the scene of the battle and landed in the state of Georgia, still surviving and fighting. Wolverine has also received slashes from the blade of the Silver Samurai, a weapon that amplifies the energy of the universe. He has withstood punches to the head from World War Hulk, one of the strongest versions of the Hulk ever recorded. He has also withstood multiple energy blasts from Firelord, a cosmic being with the power of celestial fire, without being defeated. Wolverine has traveled through a dimension described as a true hell, filled with torture and spiritual pressure, but he has gone through it without showing signs of fatigue or difficulty. Wolverine has stated that he has a special sword that is the only weapon that can truly kill him. This sword not only possesses superior sharpness, but is also durable enough to withstand attacks from Wolverine's own nearly indestructible adamantium claws without being damaged. The sword was once used in a confrontation between Wolverine and Man-Beast, an entity with timeless combat knowledge said to have accumulated skills and knowledge of all forms of advanced combat over millions of years. Man-Beast has fought Thor directly and has experience fighting entities with godlike power. Wolverine was not only not overwhelmed, but also made Man-Beast admit that Logan was a more perfect predator than himself. Wolverine also used this sword to defeat Weapon Omega, an entity that is a combination of Wolverine's version in the Age of Apocalypse universe and Apocalypse, one of the most powerful mutants in history. During this battle, Wolverine inflicted a serious wound on the body of Weapon Omega and Apocalypse, one of the oldest and most powerful mutants in history. The Muramasa sword not only represents hatred and power, but also a real threat to any entity that possesses the ability to regenerate, including Wolverine himself, changing the course of a battle with a single precise and absolutely destructive slash. Colossus is really strong. Physically, he is one of the strongest mutants ever. Almost invulnerable. He doesn't need oxygen to breathe in his metal form. He can fight for days without getting tired. He can lift over 100 tons above his head, but he is no match for adamantium. I mean, he can't break adamantium. No matter what he does, even Superman can't break it with just pure strength. There's a reason why it's called the invulnerable metal. But adamantium doesn't cover Wolverine from the outside, but is only found in his skeleton. While the soft tissue is still soft, blood vessels, nerves, ligaments, internal organs can all be injured by trauma in different ways. However, Wolverine is one of the best healers ever, not only in the mutant world, but even in the entire universe. He can heal almost anything. Bullets, grenades, toxins, gas fire, severe stab wounds, electrical attacks, strong acids, indirect nuclear explosions, disintegration. There are only a few ways to kill Wolverine with his adamantium skeleton. Even Hulk can't kill adamantium, although some versions of him have superior physical strength than some versions of Superman. So Colossus won't be able to kill Wolverine with adamantium even without oxygen. When Wolverine is back in an oxygen-rich environment, his healing abilities will kick in again and revive him. But if it is a battle to the death, if won by knockout, Colossus is much stronger than Wolverine and can knock him out with just 1 or 2 strong punches directly to his head. Wolverine claws or adamantium itself can cut through Colossus' skin. It is possible to cut through Hulk and Superman with enough strength and speed, but that is the problem. Wolverine doesn't have the necessary strength to do that if it is a H weapon. Yes, he can do it. Sure, he can even cut through Superman, not just Colossus. This weapon is a combination of Hulk and Wolverine together. But for Wolverine, no, he can't. Even if he could do it after hundreds of attempts cutting through him, it would be just a minimal superficial injury. But Colossus could still knock him out with just 1 or 2 punches. Without adamantium, Colossus could easily tear his body in half like Juggernaut did to Deadpool. Logan wouldn't die, but the idea of reattaching, as you know, after cutting his head off, and the bone claws can't even scratch Colossus's skin because it's organic steel and osmium. Unlike these man-made things, Hulk can easily smash any steel door like a piece of cake, while Colossus has taken so many punches from Hulk without any visible effects on him. This should tell you how tough Colossus is and how powerful he can be if he gets bloodthirsty. But Wolverine wins this fight. Even though Colossus is much stronger, Wolverine is faster, more agile, and can heal anything Colossus inflicts. It's only a matter of time before Wolverine either sinks his razor-sharp adamantium claws into Colossus's metal skull or uses something from his environment to destroy Colossus. I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot.